Yeah, g'day. And today I have for you a very special treat. I'm going to be sharing with you my super secret tips and tricks of MS Paint. So, Photoshop can just go away. That's a baby tool. Real men use MS Paint. Okay. I use the really old school MS Paint. You can use Windows 10 MS Paint if you really want to, but I mean these will work with that too. But the reason why I hate modern MS Paint, so here it is here, is that you've got the home menu and the view menu. So if you want to zoom in, you got to click between menus, and it's just, I mean, it's a real pain in the ass. Um, so yeah, and another thing that annoys me about it is if you go to the paintbrush, we'll zoom in. If you go to the paintbrush, there's only like the circular one, and it blurs the edges. And if you're doing pixel art, well, depending on the style you're going for, I don't like it. It just, I don't know. It's dumb and it's gay and it's for babies. Don't use it. Use the old school MS Paint. Right. So, back to the old MS Paint. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. I do a bit of pixel art from time to time for the games I make, or just projects I work on. So, what you can do is you zoom in, right, and you can go to zoom. And a lot of people probably don't know this, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty basic. You've got a grid that you can use if you really want to go hard out with pixel art. I don't usually use that, but yeah, there you go. That's there too. But one reason why I like this old school one is the brushes. I'll just zoom in. So the brushes are, you can use like this one here I mainly use. It's got like 2 by 2, so you can just go like that. And if you're gonna do like a 32 by 32 image, like sprite, it's really useful for that. So yeah, it gets more precise, sort of. I mean, it takes ages, but you don't have to have it square by square if you really don't want to, but it's there if you want it. So yeah. So that aside, let's get to the proper tips and tricks, shall we? So what you can do is, you can create, like, you'll be like, oh, Photoshop's way better because you can create your own brushes, right? But actually, no. Paint was the first to do this. So if you grab the Select It tool and you highlight your drawing, you can then use this as a brush by holding down Shift and clicking the left mouse button and dragging. Obviously, you probably want to make the image transparent like I have, so you can't see the background. So, because if you say had a background on there like the oops, derp, if you had this and you were gonna, like, it wasn't transparent, it would just look like that. You're dragging a white square around, it looks dumb. So you want to use this, and then you can just like hold down Shift and drag it wherever the hell you want and do whatever you want with it. And then if you want to be really crazy, you could use this monstrosity as a brush itself. So yeah. And then sell that at the gallery for like 9 grand or something. I don't understand art. I don't. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. That's my first tip for you. Another thing you can do is you can use this as a stamp also. So again, make sure it's transparent by clicking this little bunch of shapes down here, and then you can hold down Control and then left click and move, and then release, left click and the Control button, and then just rinse repeat, and you can basically just create like a little stamp collection. So yeah, and then again you can use this as another stamp. Pretty quick way of doing like stars or planets or something if you want to do that. So yeah, there's that. Right, next thing you can do, you can use say that same system to create like a explosion effect. So you can use like the spray tool, create some kind of crazy explosion look. And then you can just use the same thing as like that, and it just looks like some crazy like 8-bit like explosion or something. And yeah, it's quite neat. But say you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna mix up some blue in that. Why not? And yeah, you just kind of go crazy and spray a whole bunch of crap on the screen. And then you're like, you know what? I don't want that blue in there anymore, but that means I've got to start all over again. No, that's not true. You can just use the color collection tool, right? Collect the blue color with the left mouse button. Then, so you want to change the color to, like, I don't know, we'll just say that disgusting lime sort of green we got here. So we'll click with that with the right mouse button, and then you can use the eraser tool, and you press and hold the right mouse button over the blue, and it just changes all that into this color. So that's pretty crazy. If you wanted to get rid of it altogether and just make it white, just leave the right mouse button color as white. So yeah, we'll just show you how to do that. So let's go with this. See, you can change it to whatever color you want. So yeah, that would be my last tip. If actually, there's one more thing I'd like to share with you. There's actually a hidden zoom in the old school paint. So you've got zoom in 1, which is like way zoomed out, right? Then you've got zoom in 2, zoom in 6, and zoom in 8. But there's actually a way of zooming in even more further by putting the mouse in between the 8 and this bottom line. And okay, it's pretty hard to get it timed right, but yeah, there. See, I'm not crazy, it actually exists. So yeah, it's pretty zoomed in, but if you're doing pixel art, this is actually a God's gift. Seriously, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, that is my MS Paint super secret tips and tricks for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I was just being an egg. I love Photoshop, but yeah, I started off doing MS Paint stuff, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.